Like you hear my voice. Like when people meet me for the first time, they hear my voice, they're like, "Your voice is kind of deep." Well, not as much now. When I was little, I remember all my teachers used to say. I had a teacher that made fun of me because of my voice, but my teacher used to be like, "Your voice is really deep." It's kind of weird, but yeah, but I like my voice, and I feel like it was made for like podcasts, like audiobooks, or like something like that. You know what I mean? I just deep. I haven't been looking into the camera this whole time. I've just been like looking there. But I'll get better at that as we go along. But welcome to the Wisdom Wave podcast. I'm your host Rebecca, and trying to get you on the frequency of focus. So today we're just gonna have like a little intro episode talking about why I made the podcast, what you can expect, what we're trying to do, and yeah. So my name is Rebecca. I'm a year 12 student at Brampton Manor, and I do politics, psychology, English, and geography. I think that's like one of the first times I've said it without having to take like a massive pause because I can never actually remember my own subjects because it's such a like weird mix of everything. But yeah, so I'm in year 12. It's so hard when people ask you to introduce yourself when you're trying to introduce yourself because you don't like what do you even say? Like when like you're at icebreakers and stuff and like introduce yourself and say one fun fact. There's nothing fun about me. There's nothing interesting about me. Why do you want like the what? It's just a bit of drag. Bit, guys. Basically, today's episode title is called "Why the flip is everybody making podcasts?" Because why is everyone having a podcast? Chance and Philly have a podcast. Never had a podcast like. She had a podcast like it's like a year ago, 2 years ago, and she had like Mariam and that other girl on it. I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name. But yeah, Nella had a podcast for a little bit. Saving Grace has her podcast. Emma Chamberlain has her podcast. I hear all of like like the all like the sounds on TikTok that you hear of that girl with like a really motivational voice. I bet you like 5 out of 10 times, 6 out of 10 times, it's gonna be Emma Chamberlain on those like TikTok audios. But yeah, Emma Chamberlain has her podcast. Um, yeah, that guy from Dragon's Den. I know there's no way you haven't seen him. It's that light skinned guy from Dragon's Den, the really like sassy one. Like I feel like he's the sassy man of the UK. Like if Prayer, like Prayer, like if Prayer goes in the UK, it would be him. But yeah, so he has a podcast. I was just thinking, why does everyone have a podcast? Like if everyone can have a podcast, it cannot be that hard to have a podcast. So I was like, let me do that. Let me do that. So basically the Wisdom Wave podcast is just trying to get you on the frequency of focus. See, like frequency, like wait, see the people who got nines in GCSE physics will understand like the intelligence of the name. But anyways, um, what the podcast is trying to do is basically trying to like make a community and make a space where people can like talk about their academic journeys and try and grow and trying to like like when Harvey Specter when he's like life is like this. No, wait. Let me get a call. Let me land. And he's like life is like this. I like we're trying to get you this exactly. Trying to get us. This is a two-way relationship. This is me and you. So trying to get us from here to here, because here isn't cutting it anymore. So basically, why should you be listening to the Wisdom Wave podcast? First of all, it's hosted by me, so like 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 if you just like it's just like a so you should listen to the Wisdom Wave podcast because it's a podcast for students by students talking about topics that we're all experiencing, everything we're going through, stuff to help us reach our academic goals, how we can reach them, what it takes, like the building blocks to get there, and like having a good foundation to get to where we're trying to go. Because we're all trying to get there. We're all trying to get to Spectre level. So yeah. What else can you expect to see from this podcast? You can expect some guest speakers, hopefully some friends talking to you, because I know some of you are watching this thinking, what the flip is Rebecca doing now? You're going to be involved. So you can expect some podcast episodes with me and my friends. So other students who are just going through the same sort of experiences and challenges, because it's not like A levels is a hard time, GCSEs was a hard time for all like the year 10s and 11s who are watching the podcast, because we're trying to make this content for you and for us so that we're all just as prepared as we can possibly be, so we all have like the right tools, the right toolkit. What's the word? The right equipment. You have the right tools to get you where you need to be. That's what I want for you. That's what this podcast is for. I decided to make the podcast about mid-December. um Took me forever to come up with the name, took a lot of time deliberating over it, thinking like, should I make a podcast? Bit cringy, bit weird, don't know. uh, like, because when you like making a podcast or like doing something like making content or whatever, it's always something you kind of like talk about with your friends and stuff, and like you're like, oh, we should do this, we should do that, and you never do it. So like, I just didn't want to be one of those things that I'm thinking about doing it but I never actually do it. So I bought the equipment and stuff about like late December. No, I remember I bought the equipment like 2 weeks before New Year's. Came on New Year's, like literally like 10 p.m. It came on New Year's, and I opened it all up and I set it all off in my room. I was like, oh my days. But yeah, that's not how I knew I was like kind of locked in, because once the money leaves your account, you're locked in. You have to do it now. So that's how it came about. I got the name in a dream. I don't think that's relevant to you, but I got the name in a dream. And I was just like, this is God's way of telling me I need to make the podcast. So I was just like, gotta listen, I need to make the podcast now. And yeah, we're gonna be academic weapons this year. 2024 is the year of the academic weapon. Not academic comeback. I'm gonna make a whole episode on the academic comeback that you guys have been claiming since September. Because it needs to stop. There's one specific person that I know. Every single holiday, I come back to school. Oh, can definitely be expecting to see some Q&A episodes. So I'll be having a Google Forms in the link of every single episode. It'll be in the bio of the Instagram page. It'll be everywhere. You'll find the link. Trust me. But basically, you have a link where you can put in your questions and queries, or you can put in your like scenarios, like those ones on TikTok where it's like basically like, comment, added it to your Spotify library, Apple Music library, whatever. It works on there. I don't use Apple Music. I don't know how that works. But anyways, get on that and see you next time.